Hey, could I just get a large cappuccino with 2 sugars, please? Thank you. Cheers. Alright, so we're going to be at the frame really soon to continue on with the series, but firstly we're just going to do one quick fix. Alright, I'm here to just quickly fix this window. There should be a gap between the window and the wall frame. I wasn't here to install this window, but everyone else is busy, and we need this fixed ASAP for the bricklayers. I didn't set the camera up in there was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of noise happening, and it was very dark and blue inside. But that's fixed. We also fixed up a few other small things while we're here, but now it's time to get back to the frame, and we'll continue on with that subfloor. The goal for today was to get a good start on throwing a lot of these posies up. Because of the muck around in the morning, we're not going to get through a lot of posies today, but regardless, we're still going to make a start and get a few posies up today. What I'm doing right now is packing this wall to height for a big cantilever beam which is going to sit on this wall and stick out over the front of the house. When we did laser this wall, the entire wall was level, but it had to get packed up 6mm. So I'm just going through and landing these strips which are 6mm on top of the wall for where the beam's going to land. You coming to me? Ready? Thanks. Alright, so what we'll do, if you can square that around, that's going to be where we cut off those beams. Yep. I think what we do is we get our double beam up and we'll cut them off later. Yep. So once you mark that, can I get you to move your ladder here in a position where we can get a measurement for what these beams need to be? I'm just going to try level this out for you. One thing I've got to check is just make sure the steel is level. Yeah, that's bang on. What I've done, Mitch, this lintel's level, is I've measured from the lintel to the underside of that beam, and I've also measured to the underside of that steel to the lintel. And to put our beam in level, we'll go flush with your beam, and I'm going to check it out so it sits 10mm. Yeah. I'm going to check that out so it sits 10mm down below the steel. So we'll get our length, and then we'll work out the checkouts together. Put me in, please. Yep, just hold me there. So I am 4280. That's nice and tight in there. 4280. Can you cut me 290 beams at 4280? It's going to sit underneath the top. $26 by $80. It's pretty simple. We're just coming in at 80. It's a bit of a rough one. But we would need 26 there. And that's going to be a perfect cut because that's going to determine our level height. And then the steel C channel comes back in just over there, so we don't need to chop up the top of it, which is good. So we'll just do this little cut here, and then that's all sweet. That's all we need. This beam's got a bit of a concave on the face. I'll put this one on first, and then we'll get the bugle screws and try to screw them together. Mitch, do you want to quickly get a block and shoot a block to the bottom, and you can sit your beam on that block? Just underneath it. Cheers. Nice, I'm in. Pretty great, mate. I'll get you to shoot a couple nails there just to kind of help with the roll. Maybe, Mitch, hang on. Can you measure the very center and shoot it there? Because this beam has a roll on it. Because if you get the top and bottom right, because that roll's facing outwards in the center, it's going to hit the middle first and it's going to stick out too far. Oh, I can't see with that sun. Can we go to you, Mitchie? Too long.
Too long?
Yeah. Can you go wide a tiny bit? Like towards the road, just a tiny bit, and I should be able to go in. Beautiful. Cool. I might jump up and cut those off. Yeah. And then there's a few things I need to look through in the engineering to support that cantilever beam. I'll get that done. Yeah, strapping, there's a few triple studs in there, and it calls for triple grips, attaching the triple stud to the bottom plate. a few different fixings like that. What I'd love is for you and me to start getting some posies up through this section here. I think that'd be pretty great. Might go right here to start with. Could I get a saw, please? Actually, I'm just gonna do this. Do you want to stand next to me? I'm going to cut the nails, then we can just take one off at a time, and that way it's going to be quite safe. Ready?
Feel a little bit more weight.
Let me just do this. I can't reach the trigger. Ah, there we go.
Sneaky nail at the back.
3, 2, 1. Nice. We need straps going over that beam at every 900mm, but we've got a double wall there, so I'm probably just gonna have to have the strap going over both of the walls. There's no other way to do it. One. Yeah, it's good. Alright, we're going to start marking out some of these posies. I do want to start with this section here, which is a garage section. It's probably hard to see with the camera. That last posie is measured to the inside there, and there's a tiny gap between the two. They've actually started these measurements with that 90mm wall and coming back that way. So we'll start from this point and work our way across that way. And same as when we measure this side for all those posies, they start from the back and work forward. So we'll start from here, we'll mark out all these and start doing those posies. Our first one is hard to this beam, meaning it wants to butt into the steel here. And it asks for a joist hanger on that side. That can't work. Our first posie goes into that C channel of the steel, and it's asked for a joist hanger to connect it. It's not made so it sits over that steel. Firstly, your bolt heads are in the way, but then secondly, that you can't pack out in there for a joist hanger. We're gonna skip that one for now. We'll have to come back at the end and do some annoying play arounds to make that work. So our first measure, it's gonna be 270 and on. So our first one is an FT8. I don't know why they want a posie in there. That doesn't need one. We've got a span of 270. That's so weird. What we'll do, Mitchie, is we'll do all of our measurements, and at every single wall, we'll work out how far off we are from the wall, and we should be perfect the whole way through. So we're gonna go centers for all of them. The next one's 430. 430? Yep, and that's FT8. And then we've got 450s from there. 450, 450. So it's 4 lots of the 450s. So that's 430, that's the first 450, second 450, third 450, and then 900 will be, that'll be the fourth one.
These are all FT8.
Yes, sir. FT8 and FT8. All these ones are here for a shower set down. Next to that 451.
That last one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is, are we in line? We are. Go 90mm.
Okay, 90mm.
Yes, and we've got a, we have two posies hard next to each other. When we come to install them, this one here's top cord supported, that one's not. So we'll do that one first with the joist hanger, shoot that off, and then do top cord supported afterwards. We've got to make sure we get all those right. And then we've got a 315 and another FT3. From that 315, what do you have to the inside of the wall?
The outside? Inside?
This side, our outside, our side. Why do you have, what's those two measurements 45 apart from each other?
But this one?
Yeah.
Ignore that. That's
Can you rub it out? Same as that one where your hand's next to, that's confusing for me to look at. What we'll do is we'll mark out in pencil. If there's any mistakes, we'll just just do the line and marker. And now if there's a few marks next to each other, we'll just follow the permanent marker and we'll know that's the right one. So what posies do we need? Yeah, where are they? They're marked there? Yeah. Alright, they're the first ones we needed for the garage. Maybe, I like what you're doing, stack it in the stairboard because we don't need to put ladders there. Smart. Alright, I'll give you a hand moving all the stuff and then we'll chuck the boxes up. It's a bit of 70. I want to work out where all these posies go. I'm going to open them. What are they?
FE6 is
So if you have a look here at the very front, you can't really see it, but that says FF1 there. That very first one, you see how there's a double?
Yep.
FF is when it's sitting on top of a wall. So that means that first posi will be sitting on top of that steel there. And that's what worked out really well. I don't know if you checked your markings, but I checked mine. And that one finished roughly about 100 mil in from there. So that posi works and you got a small gap. Like if you have a look at the very ends, we've got FF there, which sits over that wall there. There's an FF2 sitting over that wall there.
What's FT then?
FT means, I think it means floor truss. But FFs are always when they're made to sit on the wall though. They're not made as a truss. So we can leave that FF1 for now because we've got to pack up that wall to the right height for it. But we will start with the FT2s. Yeah, so they're made so the top cord hung on both sides. So you can sit yours on top of that beam. I'll sit mine on top of that side there. And we'll just sit our first one in place and then we'll work at our heights together.
No more rolling ankles, I reckon.
No, this is good. Don't say that. You're going to jinx it. We're going to roll an ankle straight away. You know, with your beam, we've leveled that beam. So even though it's top cord supported, you're going to have your bottom flush with the bottom, yes. What we should do for this first one, let's put this first posi in. We'll shoot your side. I'll get you in the middle with a level and a straight edge. You hold it level. I'll shoot my side. I'll double check, but that still should be level. And then if I measure down the same amount the entire way through, it should all work out all right. I'm going to pull out the first FT2. While you pull it out, I'll double check which way it goes. Do you want to jump up? Can you go on your beam? We're going to have to go over your beam. More to you. To me. Nice. You in? Cool. Oh, I'm just going to move mine to my mark. And make sure they're plumb too by using your square. Just make sure they're square with the beam.
It's got to go up. There you have it now.
That's good?
Right there.
Nice. I'll pull this out. So actually, can I get that level? I want to confirm that this steel is level. Thank you. It's beautiful. So that means, do you have a little bit of ply somewhere? Just snap a bit off that's behind you if that's alright. I think that's the perfect size for ply. That means I'll just put a bit of ply under every posi. So Mitch, I'm going to shoot mine first this time because I've got the fixed point, and then I'll jump down, I'll plumb that wall off, and then when it's plumb you can shoot yours. Right to me? Can I get a hand, please?
Yeah.
I want this wall, the top of this wall pushed towards me a little bit, please.
Top push towards you?
Yes, please. You go there, Mitch. Shoot her off. So now what we'll do is we'll go back from the start. We'll fill in this section, and then when we get that part done, we can slide in a few strong backs in there, and then we'll just keep making our way across. So let's move back to the front now and we'll just start working our way down. It doesn't hurt to keep checking over our work. Bloody hell. I'm just going to double check that this is level. Mate, you couldn't get better than that. That's perfect. That's cool. I'll keep packing that up by a bit of ply on my side. You shoot yours to the bottom and we'll pack the tops at the end. Go the other side of the hoop on, otherwise you'll get stuck. Down, down, down. Yep, we're in. I'm just gonna shoot mine, Mitch. Yep.
Now.
Mitch, you stay there. Yep. I'll shoot mine first, it might be easier for you. Yeah, go for it. Alright, so over the last few videos, I haven't really done a bit of a walkthrough showing you everything that's going on. I think we're completely ready for posies now. Tomorrow's gonna be a huge day doing that. You can see we've got this back section, which has a pretty cool detail with the cantilever beam there. So we've got this back section all good. Steel's packed out here. And as we walk away around, all the steel is packed out. We've got our beams up. We've got a few awkward beams around the steel. Don't know why that wasn't welded on, but it's just two brackets next to each other. I think there's about a 5mm gap between those. Also, this is the coffee I bought this morning. I just went into my car then to move it. It's half full. I completely forgot about it. We're back with the job though. We've got all the beams. We've marked out everything for posies. So I feel like it was a slow 2 days of prep and now everything's good to go and we should have a really good, really productive day tomorrow. What a waste.